All right, today we're tackling a concept with a pretty wild name, the real monkey reaction. Now, it might sound like something you'd see on a nature channel, but I promise you it's not about what you think. It's about something that's happening inside your mind, probably every single day. So, what is this thing? Well, think of it like this hidden force, right? It's something that influences your big decisions, your little arguments, and yeah, even your bank account. And honestly, getting a handle on this is a total game changer. Okay, first up, let's just deal with this weird name, the real monkey. It sounds kind of strange, but the name itself is actually a fantastic clue about what's going on in our heads when the pressure is on. So let's be super clear. We are not talking about actual real-life monkeys. No, the real monkey is a metaphor. It's a way to think about that ancient, impulsive, survival-focused part of your brain. You know, the one we all have. It's kind of like a piece of the original software we're all running on. Okay, so we know what it's not. Now let's get into what it actually is. Let's put a real definition to it. What's really happening when we say this reaction gets triggered? And here we go. This is really the heart of it. It's that immediate, gut-level emotional reaction to something you perceive as a threat. And here's the kicker. It completely bypasses the logical, rational part of your mind. It just takes over. Man, this quote just absolutely nails it, doesn't it? The first impulse is almost always the most primitive one. That first jolt you feel when something unexpected happens, that urge to just lash out or run away, or maybe even just freeze up, that's it. That's the primitive part of you grabbing the microphone first. That's the monkey. And looking at this comparison really drives the point home. It's so important to get this distinction. Over here, you've got the monkey reaction. Bam, it's instinctive, totally emotion-led, and all it cares about is surviving the next 5 seconds. But on the other side, you have the more human response. It's thoughtful, it's logic-led, and it's focused on the long term, on actually thriving. Look, we all have both of these modes, right? The trick is knowing which one is in the driver's seat at any given moment. So to really get this, we kind of need to pop the hood and look at the wiring. What's actually going on inside your brain when that primal alarm goes off? It's actually a super simple and lightning-fast 3-step chain reaction. First, something triggers it. Could be anything. A loud noise, a nasty email, someone insulting you. Step 2, your amygdala, which is basically your brain's smoke detector. It just hijacks everything. It starts screaming, danger, danger. And then step 3, your prefrontal cortex, the logical CEO of your brain, it gets completely locked out of the room. It's sidelined. Okay, so this isn't just some abstract brain science stuff. This reaction is playing out all around us and inside of us all the time. Let's look at a few real-world examples. I bet you'll recognize some of these. All right, first stop, a place where emotions and money are constantly at war with each other, the stock market. I mean, this is the perfect breeding ground for the monkey to just take over. So imagine this. You see the charts and they're dipping into the red. Now your monkey brain doesn't see a market correction or a buying opportunity. No, it sees a predator. It's just screaming, get out, save yourself. And so you do. You panic sell, probably at a loss, acting on pure, raw fear instead of the long-term strategy you made when you were calm. That right there, that's a classic monkey reaction. Okay, now for something a little closer to home. An example I think every single one of us can relate to. Think about the last time you were in a really heated argument, maybe with someone you love. In that moment, your ego feels attacked, right? And that primal need to not lose, to just dominate the situation, it kicks in. And that's when you say it. That hurtful thing, that low blow that you instantly regret. You didn't say it because it was logical or was gonna help. Nope. You said it because the monkey wanted to win. Right here, right now, no matter what damage it did to the relationship later. And of course, we can't talk about this without going to the modern-day jungle, where the real monkey runs absolutely wild, social media. You're scrolling, you see a comment, and it's something you completely disagree with. You feel that immediate flash of anger. The monkey sees a threat. And what does it do? It throws something back. Instantly. A snarky, angry, impulsive reply. There's no pause. There's no thinking, what did they really mean? It's just pure, unfiltered, knee-jerk reaction. Okay, so we've seen the monkey in action. We know it's real, and we all have one. So the question isn't how do we get rid of it? Because you can't. The real question is how do we manage it? How do we, tame it? And this, right here, is probably the most important thing to remember from all of this. You can't just remove this part of your brain. It's there for a reason. It's what kept our ancestors from getting eaten. So the real superpower isn't getting rid of it, it's building the awareness to recognize it the second it tries to grab the steering wheel. So here's a really simple, practical 4-step tool you can use right in that moment. When you feel that jolt of anger or fear or whatever it is, first, just pause. Create a tiny gap, that's all. Second, breathe. One single deep breath can tell your nervous system, hey, we're okay. Third, ask yourself a simple question. Is this the monkey talking, or is this really me? Just asking the question brings your rational brain back online. And finally, fourth, re-engage. But this time, you're the one choosing the action. You're choosing something that actually serves your real goals. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Now that you know what you're looking for, think about it for a second. What are the situations, or maybe the people or the topics, that tend to wake up your real monkey? Because honestly, just knowing when it's likely to make an appearance, that's the biggest first step to taking back control.